Good morning, real travelers. What's up? Susie Folgar here, coming at you with another video about real estate investing, in particular, how to be a great landlord. And the most important thing about being a landlord is picking great tenants. If you pick good tenants, your life will be extremely easy. If you pick bad tenants, it will be a nightmare. And all the stories you hear from people about, oh, how can you own real estate property? How can you own income property? It's such a nightmare. The tenants. And it's like, well, if you do your diligence and you pick good people, then it will be amazing, a great experience, and the easiest money you'll ever make in your life. The greatest amount of return you can possibly ever make in terms of steady income, steady passive income, I should add. So the three things I look out for when screening tenants. First of all, you would never believe it, but actually getting a tenant to fill out an online application weeds out probably 95% of the people. So I have an online application. I've been using it since my third property, actually. So my first property, I had the help of the real estate agents to find my tenants. And even though I only just met them in person, I picked them, based on my gut feeling. My second property had had two tenants in it already. And one was my good friend from college. And then he picked the new tenant for that property. But my third property is when I started using the online application, because I didn't have a real estate agent helping me. I didn't have anybody that I knew in the property already. So I'm like, okay, how am I going to screen these people? So I use a company called Avail, avail.co, and it's been great. You can choose anywhere from just doing an application, which is free, to checking credit, which is $25. And it's kind of like cafeteria style, where you can pick, choosing credit, checking background, and, eviction notices, things like that. So I generally just do the regular application and then the credit check. So it's going to cost the potential tenant $25, which is a really good deal. And they have to fill out the application themselves, apply, use a credit card or debit card, pay for the application fee, and submit it. So you wouldn't believe, or maybe you would, that probably 95 to 99% of the people that are interested in your apartment, they won't complete the application, or there'll be some kind of excuse. So the first way I weed out people is that they won't fill out the application. They'll tell you anything from, I don't have a credit card, to my credit score or my credit history is really poor because I don't have any credit cards. They'll say all kinds of things like I can't apply because it won't accept my email, and so excuses, right? And so if you hear those, you just want to move on, no matter how much you liked the person in real life, because it's just going to be trouble. They're already giving you trouble, and they haven't even signed the lease yet. So just forget it and move on. So once they fill out the application and they submit it, and you have the application and then the credit report. See, to me, credit report, and this is from my experience, and it's worked really well thus far, credit report goes a long way. The credit report will tell you everything from how much debt they have, how much debt they owe, how responsible they are with their payments, and if they have any unpaid bills. So if, for example, I met a woman, I really liked her when I met her, then I get her credit report back, and she has a 487 credit score. I'm like, what the heck? So I'm looking through the credit history, and it's all these credit cards from stores like Nordstrom and Target and etc., and all unpaid. So it's like, well, if you can spend all this money and have all these credit cards and you're not paying your bills, how do I know you're going to pay my rent? So move on. As much as I really liked that woman, she actually had like 2 PhDs. Like, I'm like, I just don't get it. And so I had to move on. So that's the second thing. Credit score means a lot. Anybody that tells you that credit score, that don't check credit, or credit score doesn't mean much, that's a bloody lie. Because credit score is probably, I would say, at least half of why I choose people. And like I said, it's just a reflection of how responsible they are with their money. You don't want an irresponsible person living in your apartment and making all kinds of excuses like why they can't pay their rent, or worse yet, don't even communicate with you and just not pay their rent. So that's number 2. And then number 3, of course, is meet the people. That's probably one of the first things you'll do before they even fill out the application. So really pay attention to the vibes that you get. I mean, I strongly believe in vibes. I strongly believe in first impressions. And even over the phone, if you can get a feel for how somebody is, you can almost get a feel for how responsible they're going to be just by talking to them over the phone. So really go with your gut on that one. I know that's not like a real scientific way of looking at it, but if you can really just stay centered and really sort of, unfortunately at that moment, judge a book by its cover, because most people will reveal themselves within the first 5 minutes of meeting them. So pay attention to that. Be judgmental. This is your house. You have a right to let or not let anyone live in your house. So just remember that it's okay to be picky in this situation. So meet the people, get a good gut feeling, have them fill out the application, and they must do it, and they must provide a credit card to pay for the application so that you can check their credit score, and then really take a good hard look at their credit history. So these are the 3 ways that I choose my tenants. Like I said, you'll be surprised about how many people don't fill out the application, and then that's it. If they don't fill out the application, they can't get a lease, right? And moving on. So I hope this helps, and please let me know if you have any questions, comments. Please let me know if you have any other ways that is your like go-to way of weeding out applicants, and good luck. If you found this video informative, please give it a thumbs up, and please subscribe, and please share this video with anyone who you think might be interested, who is thinking about